It gives me great joy to welcome you yet again to another edition of Ipman Today on your favorite television network, the NTA. Remember, Ipman Today is the flagship advocacy show of Ipman, and Ipman, like I always tell you, and I'm sure you know by now, is the acronym for the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria. On today's edition of Ipman Today, I'll begin with the verdict, and the national president of Ipman will align today's conversation on the verdict. Now, on today's edition of the verdict, we'll be talking about the Dangote Refinery. What are the implications of the Dangote Refinery beginning operations in Nigeria? Beyond that, are we going to see some major or viable partnership between Ipman and the Dangote Refinery? Is there any conversation between Ipman and the Dangote Refinery to ensure credible partnership between both parties for the successful operations of PMA supply in Nigeria? That will form the basis of the conversation on the verdict with the national president of Ipman. Right after the verdict, I'll bring you CNG reports by NIPCO. Now, on today's edition of CNG reports, we'll be looking at the installations and the safety of CNG. Now, a lot of people have said that CNG is unsafe. Well, not quite a lot of people, but some persons have alleged that CNG is unsafe. How unsafe is CNG? Now, believe me, CNG is even safer than PMS. But on this edition of CNG report, the manager of NIPCO at Lugbe in Abuja, that is the NIPCO station in Lugbe in Abuja, will take us through a step-by-step process of what it means and of what it takes to install the CNG components on the vehicle. And right after CNG report, we move over to CNG Roundup by Tetraco Energy Group. Yes, it's all about CNG. And on CNG Roundup by Tetraco Energy Group, our guest, just like last week, is Justin Eyimba. Now, this guy, you already know, is the head technical services at Tetraco Energy Group, and he'll be talking to us also on the safety measures and best practices for CNG in Nigeria. My name is Afamokone. This is NTA, the largest network in all of Africa, and this is Ipman Today. I'll be back right after this short break. Don't touch your remote. You're welcome back from that short break. Thanks for still keeping your channel locked on NTA, the largest network in all of Africa. I'll take you over now to the verdict. And like I told you, the national president of Ipman, Alhaji Abubakar Migani Shetima, will be talking to us about Dangote Refinery and Ipman. Of course, what does the operations of Dangote Refinery signify for the benefit of Nigerians and for the prosperity of our economy? Let's go. You're welcome, of course, to the verdict on Ipman Today with the national president of Ipman, Alhaji Abubakar Migani Shetima. Mr. President, welcome to the verdict on Ipman Today, sir.
Yeah, welcome, Mr. Afan.
Good to see you, sir.
Yes, thank you very much.
I mean, Dangote Refinery, that's what we're discussing about today. In retrospect, it recently kickstarted operations in Nigeria. And are we looking at any partnership between Ipman and Dangote Refinery? Do you think there should be a partnership between Ipman and Dangote Refinery? Or are you looking at that aspect?
Well, in fact, the coming of Dangote Refinery in Nigeria is a very good welcome development, especially we independent petroleum marketers. And his coming actually, even though it's not up to 1 year when he started the production, but there are a lot of improvement in terms of petroleum product supply. Like diesel, which he has started, which is AGO, and aviation fuel.
Okay.
Today in Nigeria, nobody is complaining that there is no diesel in the country.
Yeah, very correct.
The same thing, aviation fuel, whereby before, if you observe, there are a time when the aeroplanes cannot be able to get the aviation fuel in Nigeria.
Yes.
But today is a thing of the past. There is availability of aviation fuel. There is availability of diesel. And we marketers, we don't normally find hardship because before, during the era of only NNPC can be able to import this diesel and PMS and the rest.
And jet fuel too.
And jet fuel too. Actually, we petroleum marketers, independent petroleum marketers, we have suffered a lot, whereby you will put your money for a very long time, you cannot be able to get the supply. So with the coming of Dangote, actually all this thing has gone. And now we are on the process of the PMS. The supply of the PMS, if you look, every day, since the time when he has started, every day the queue is automatically reducing. And supply is almost reaching most of the areas where the supply is not reaching before. So actually we are happy the way Dangote Refinery has started.
So that means Ipman is comfortable with the operations of Dangote Refinery and with the advent of Dangote Refinery?
Yes, definitely. We are comfortable. Before, the reason why you see we have been complaining, we are looking at the way that we can be able to get direct purchase through Dangote. And just of recent, he accepted that he will sell the PMS direct to independent petroleum marketers. So actually, by the time when we started the process, you will see a lot of improvement all over the country.
So does that mean that when Ipman begins to work directly with Dangote, Ipman would discard any idea of importing PMS products into Nigeria?
Yes, definitely. We independent petroleum marketers, we didn't buy the idea of the people to go and import because we have to encourage our industries. Anybody who invested heavily, like the way Dangote has invested, at least patriotic Nigerians, they are supposed to support him on the program. Because if we supported him in the program and the government too supported him, he will do a lot of things for the country.
I'm tempted to ask, because you talked about AGO and aviation fuel. Presently, is Ipman not getting AGO directly from Dangote Refinery?
That is what I said. That is the reason why I tell you, if you go to our petrol station, we are having the lowest price of AGO all over the country.
The independent
petroleum marketers. By the time when you go around, you will see it by yourself. You go to any independent petroleum marketers filling station, you will see that the way we have been selling, we sell it at a lower rate because we are opportune to get it direct through Dangote.
Oh, really? There's an agreement already in place for AGO?
Yes, for AGO.
But no agreement in place for PMS?
And PMS too, we get an agreement now. He assured us he's ready to partner with us. So actually that challenge of the PMS2 will go very soon.
So that means that when Ipman begins to lift PMS directly from Dangote Refinery, we might see a reduction of almost 100 naira. Are you saying that, sir?
No, I cannot tell you specifically because, you know, the product now is in a deregulated market. So it depends on the value of the dollar. So what I'm trying to say here, by the time when we started lifting direct through him, you may come to realize that our PMS is cheaper than any other marketer. That is like NNPC Retail, Ipman, Mayman. So by the time when we started that, you will see. And you will see the availability of the PMS all over the country because already independent petroleum marketers will have 80% retail outlets in the country. And anywhere you go, in the city or in the urban areas, you will find our filling stations there. Yes. And which at least will help the masses. Instead, the masses will run to come to the cities to buy fuel. In any locality they are, they can be able to source their fuel. And all these stations that you see that have not been functioning because they cannot be able to source the product, they will start functioning.
Yes, in fact, I see no reason why Dangote Refinery should not work directly with Ipman because you own 80% or more than 80% of the retail outlets in Nigeria. But something has been going on in the oil and gas market in terms of off-spec petrol being imported. As the president of Ipman, do you have any evidence or, what do you think is actually going on? Is it true that low-standard petroleum products are being imported into Nigeria? Do you have any evidence to that information?
No, in fact, to what I have been saying, since already Dangote Refinery is functioning and he is ready to give Nigerians what they needed, and the product is already being measured as a higher standard product, I think for Nigerians to start importing, I think it's not necessary. So let's encourage our industries so that at least we can be able to see how the pressure that the dollar is getting will reduce so that it will help our economy. And it's not good to be selling our job. The more we say we go outside and start importing, and we have the commodity inside the country, actually it will not help us. It's just like we are selling our job to other countries. So let's maintain our Nigerian refineries, because by the time when we encourage him and the government to encourage him, I think what we have been talking about Nigerian roads, because there is a time when we have a lot of so many accidents in the Nigerian road. So I said the solution to that, let's reduce much pressure on our roads. So I think if Dangote is being encouraged, all these our depots that we have that are not functioning, and if the government supported him, actually I think they can be able to supply this product through the pipeline and
directly to your
directly
depots.
to our depots. So when the product comes directly to our depots, it may be easier for a marketer to go and load and discharge to his filling station nearby without much suffering.
So in all, you're saying that Dangote Refinery is on track to lead Nigeria to economic prosperity?
Actually, the way things are going, with the Mr. President agenda, yes, actually, he didn't make a mistake in supporting Dangote to see that he deliver his missions and objectives.
You've heard it all. The Ipman president knows that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu made no mistakes when he decided to give Dangote Refinery all the necessary support to kickstart operations. Mr. President, I guess that will be your last word, or do you have any last words for us before we round up this segment?
Well, in fact, all what I am trying to say, let the marketers, either major or any sort of marketers that we have in the country, let them patronize Dangote Refinery. Let's see how we can encourage him to see that actually he make the product available all over the country. And then at the same time, with availability, provided that we are not importing, we rely on our local content that we have been using. At the end of the day, you will see this price will start coming down, because immediately when the price of dollar is coming down, then automatically the price of PMS2 will come down.
And indirectly the price of goods and services in the market.
Yes, the price of goods and services in the market too will come down, because, you know, all those things depend on the transportation cost.
Mr. President, well said, sir. Yeah. Thank you. On that note, we round up this part of Ipman today. That is the verdict. We'll be back after this short break. Don't touch your remote. There's no gainsaying the truth in that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was spot on when he gave the nod for Dangote Refinery to begin operations in Nigeria. This is the thoughts of the national president of Ipman. He believes that the Dangote Refinery is just apt and came at the right time for Nigeria's prosperity. I'll take you over now to CNG Report. Now, I told you earlier that on CNG Report by NIPCO, we'll be talking to the manager of the NIPCO station right there in Lugbe, Abuja, and he'll be talking to us about the step-by-step process of what it takes to install CNG on your vehicle and how safe is CNG for Nigeria. Let's go. Hello, you're welcome to the brand new segment we call CNG Reports on Ipman today. Now, of course, I'm at the NIPCO CNG station right here on Lugbe Expressway in Abuja, and I just saw Mr. Sonny. Of course, you know Mr. Sonny. He was with us on the last edition when we talked about NIPCO CNG. Mr. Sonny, you're just driving in. I mean, let's see you. I mean, I want everybody to get to see you.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're driving into this facility with this Lexus. Tell us exactly what's happening. Which vehicle is this? You want to come to this side?
Yeah, it's a customer's vehicle. I just finished conversion. I've just gone for a test drive on the vehicle.
You just finished converting this car into CNG.
Yes, exactly.
And you just test drove the car now.
Exactly.
So, I mean, tell us what's happening. Is it working fine? Is it working nice?
It's perfect. It's perfect.
It's perfect.
Perfect.
You know, people have been complaining about the safety of CNG. You want to take us through the process? I mean, what does it take to convert your vehicle into CNG? Can we take a look at this vehicle?
Okay.
I mean, what makes this engine different from a normal engine now?
Yeah, if you can see now, there are some CNG component that has been attached to the vehicle.
Okay.
That gives it the capability of using natural gas as a source of fuel.
Okay.
All right. On this, we have the refilling point
Okay, this is the refilling point.
That's the refilling point. On this refilling point, there are two connections. One of the connections goes to the storage cylinder.
Okay.
At the back. Then the other connection comes to the pressure regulator.
Okay.
Now CNG is stored at a very high pressure, 200 bar.
200 bar?
Yeah, 200 bar. But you can't feed that pressure into the engine. So that's where the pressure regulator comes in.
Okay.
The pressure regulator drops down the pressure from 200 bar to 2 bar. From the pressure regulator, the pressure goes into the set of gas injectors.
Okay, these are the gas injectors.
These are the gas injectors.
Wow.
All right?
Okay.
These gas injectors have been inserted on the engine to enable the gas being injected to the vehicle. All right? There are other components that are also here. There is the electrical component of it, okay? This is a little bit hidden. You may not see
we
this
can't
one.
see it right now. Okay, no problem, no problem.
It's somewhere. All right, that one is responsible for the electric calibration of the system. It makes sure that the right CNG value is fed into the engine at a given load.
Yes,
all right, it does the simulation between the petrol system and the gas system to make sure the vehicle runs at optimum capacity and optimum value.
So if I want to fill up my gas, this is where you fill it up.
You just take out the dust cap. That's the dust cap.
Okay, dust cap.
That's the dust cap.
Okay.
All right. Then they'll plug the nozzle into this point.
Yeah.
A quick coupling nozzle, and fill in 2-3 minutes. You are done with filling.
You're done.
Yes.
In 2-3 minutes.
2-3 minutes you are done with filling.
Or like when you're buying fuel, that you have to like stay 5 minutes to fill up your tank. But this one is so fast. So I mean, there's a need for us now to see the cylinder, because a lot of people have said that some cylinders explode. Of course, that is completely false. Can we see some of your cylinder from NIPCO here?
Just see it.
So right here now is the cylinder that houses the CNG,
the gas.
The gas.
Yes. I
mean, so this is safe.
Very, very safe. Very, very safe. This has been designed. This has been designed under 350 to 400 bar pressure. The service pressure of the cylinder is 200 bar.
Yes. Okay.
So while you are filling just at 200 bar. But the cylinder has been designed.
Specially
designed for between 350 bar to 400 bar. It therefore means that you can fill a 350 bar pressure into the cylinder. It will still be okay. There won't be problem. But we don't use 300 bar. You are only allowed to fill 200 bar. Yes.
Okay.
Right. So you can never achieve. You can't attain that design pressure even while in service.
Oh.
You understand?
It's not possible.
It's not possible. So that is why it is very safe to use.
It's safe.
It's very, very safe.
Right.
And it's designed to withstand impact. If you look at the way this one has been installed now, there's a cylinder bracket first. All right. This bracket is mounted to the chassis of the vehicle.
Believe me, I'm not trying to move it with my hands, and it's not moving.
It's not going to move. It's not going to move.
It's not moving. So no matter the impact this vehicle encounters,
even though this vehicle has impact, this cylinder will not move because it has been securely mounted to the chassis. All right, and the thickness is about 10 mm, between 7 to 10 mm thick, which is bulletproof.
Bulletproof.
So it does not just explode because it has been designed.
It's bulletproof.
It's bulletproof. Yes.
So there can be no explosion.
There can be no explosion.
I mean, what is stronger than the bullets in Nigeria? Nothing. Not even your blows can't even hit.
Can't even hit it.
Not any form of impact.
Exactly.
So it's safe.
There are other safety features that has been installed on it. If you look at the cylinder valve as well, the cylinder valve ensures that even though there is a rupture along the pipeline or the fuel line, there is a safety relief that is designed inside the valve to ensure that the gas is shot.
Oh, okay, shot automatically.
Yes, shot automatically into the cylinder. So even if
there's any leakage,
there's a problem with this vehicle and it's somersaulted and there's a leakage along the pipeline,
it shuts down itself.
The valve shuts down because the valve is only allowed to release 4 bar pressure at a time. So if the moment it senses excessive flow of gas out of the cylinder, it shuts down.
That's like artificial intelligence,
exactly.
AI.
It shuts down.
Yeah.
So what you now have is that the gas is shut down, but there cannot be flow outside the cylinder because of that rupture.
Yeah, so the gas is just there, safe and sound. Your vehicle is safe, no explosion, no fire, no whatever. And guess what? Now, if you're using a vehicle that has a CNG like this, you can actually switch your vehicle from PMS to CNG.
Yeah,
so once your PMS, exhaust in your tank, it switches over to CNG. The same thing when your CNG exhaust, right?
It switches over to PMS.
Excellent.
But for this system, it's not allowed to run your vehicle on an empty fuel tank actually. Because the system will naturally start on fuel and switches to CNG. So there will always be fuel in the fuel tank.
Okay, there should always be fuel in your fuel tank.
Even though you are running on CNG, there will always be fuel.
There should always be fuel in your fuel tank, even if it's just 2 liters. You can actually leave 2 liters of fuel in your tank and keep running on CNG for the rest of your life. This is excellent. CNG is safe, CNG is clean, CNG is dependable.
It's cheap, it's dependable and cheap.
You've heard it all from Mr. Sonny. You've seen all the demonstrations, right from the engine to the gas cylinder, right to this switch. And I'm sure you're all wondering, should I convert my vehicle to CNG? I think you have to do that right now. Now, this is Ipman Today. This is the segment we call CNG Reports on Ipman Today. Thank you, NIPCO, for bringing this to us. I'll go over right now to CNG Roundup by Tetraco Energy Group. Let's go. Right now, I'll take you to CNG Roundup by Tetraco Energy Group. Just named by the man. Let's hear you now. Let's go.
My name is Engineer Justin Ibra. I'm the Assistant Manager Technical Services here at Tetraco Energy. Okay, so for compressed natural gas projects and auto gas projects, these are projects that involve the distribution of gas and the utilization of natural gas. We also need to work around training of competent personnel and allowing only competent personnel to handle those gas facilities. So for CNG and auto gas operations, companies need to ensure that the training and retraining of their personnel is top priority. There's management to ensure that no personnel without the adequate training is allowed near a gas facility. Again, maintenance, scheduled and planned maintenances of gas equipment is paramount. The skids, the pressure regulators, the dryers, the heaters must be maintained according to schedule. The cost of maintenance, the equipment that are faulty will be noticed, equipment that need repairs will be noticed and will be taken care of. So here at the Tetraco Energy Group, we have a health, safety, and environment department that also doubles as the quality management department. So this department ensures that every regulation regarding safety is followed. Our personnel are trained regularly, and we also ensure that only competent personnel with the required training are allowed in our facilities. So be that as it may, we also ensure that all our personnel are informed in due course of the operability of what happens around our gas facilities, projects, and our operations. So here at Tetraco Energy, even if you are not a technical person, you already understand what it means to operate or to work around a gas facility. So that knowledge sharing is important, that training and retraining is important, and this is driven by a well-equipped department under the leadership of the safety personnel and the quality personnel.
On that note, I'll draw the curtains on today's edition of Ipman Today. Many thanks for keeping your channel locked on NTA, the largest network in all of Africa. Remember, Ipman Today will be back same time at 10:05 next week Monday like this, 10:05 on Mondays, every Mondays. Keep your channel locked on NTA while Ipman Today continues to bring you the best and the latest information concerning oil and gas and CNG. Until then, my name remains Afamokone. Now do me a favor, keep your channel locked on NTA while they continue with the Sublime Broadcasting.